like to humble him quickly, it wasn't like they were saying that he stole the show or anything.
No, he played his part.
But he nailed what was asked.
Yeah.
Brought good ideas to the table, remembered other people's ideas, and then I think even like saved Mills. Well, you know, like he's like regularly on shows, like is getting himself
someone
out there.
who is not regularly on shows, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Any drivers out there listening to this, that is like your most valuable tool to getting on more shows is just turning up.
So he said to me that somebody is dropping off, like a courier that day is dropping off, and he gave them the church venue address.
This is the Pro Wrestling Colossus Colossal Effort Podcast.
I think they cut this out of most podcasts normally, you know, the pre-podcast chat.
Oh, the setup.
It's all essential to the listeners. 5 or 6 of the listeners that we have.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, good. What am I saying? Hello, Pro Wrestling Colossus fans, the creators, curators, producers, bookers, wrestlers, part of the team that is Pro Wrestling Colossus here with the latest episode of your Pro Wrestling Colossus podcast, A Colossal Effort. Talking about the OCTOBRAWL.
The OCTOBRAWL.
I'm TK Cooper. This is Jordan Breaks. Thank you so much for joining us again as we take you on another journey of what it took to bring this show to life.
I'm not in it yet. You carry on. I'll join you shortly.
No, because I know what you. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Let me open my beer first.
We'll pause for the cause, as Stunning Steve often said in his podcast. Does Steve Austin still have the Steve Austin podcast?
I certainly never listened to it.
Never listened to it?
The last wrestling podcast I ever listened to was the Flash Morgan Webster one back in the day. Does he still do that?
No, he doesn't. No, as soon as he wasn't injured anymore, I think he retired it.
Yeah, so that's going back a few years, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's before or after Steve Austin did a podcast, though.
Who originated the pro wrestling podcast? Morgan Webster or Steve Austin? Never listened
All
to
that to say, we are dancing around a topic that by the time this has come out, hopefully we've already announced it, because it'll be annoying if we haven't. But we did also announce it in the room, so there's at least 150 people who know that this is a thing. But we have been hard at work behind the scenes. I feel like it's been a conversation for a long time. Because I don't know if it's been a conversation for fans or if it's just been a conversation for workers backstage that are like, you guys keep selling out St. John's. Like, are you guys looking for a bigger venue?
I think it's noticed by everyone.
Right. And the answer's always been, well, we looked at Dreamland and it's too big. So no, this is as good as it gets.
Like, for the longest time, it's just been... It's been the next step, hasn't it, Dreamland? But it is just way too big for us to feel to do. It's too ambitious for the moment. We've never had that in-between venue until...
But yeah, we've fallen into a bit of... Well, that's not true. We haven't fallen into luck. They have built a venue purposely for the thing they want, but have also opened it up to the public to be like, if you want to run your event here, we want to host your event. And it ticks the exact box we're looking for, because again, it's their selling point is we are the interim between the small church halls and impossible Dreamland. So on July the 4th, for the listeners, I'm looking down the barrel of the camera. For the watchers, you can see me. Saturday, July the 4th, 2026, we are bringing our Rumble show back. We're bringing Rumble by the Sea 2026, July the 4th, to the Drill Shed. Now that doesn't land half as well when you say it to a room of just me and Jordan, where there's no reaction.
Yeah. I mean, I get giddy thinking about it all the time. Taz and I went and saw the venue, and it just looks insane. And I keep seeing clips of it. Like, is it open yet? It shows.
I actually have no idea. I think Craig Charles, as of recording this, is about to play like this weekend or next. And I've definitely seen they've done like a little baby walkthrough where they've opened the doors and they filmed going inside.
Watching that, I was just getting, oh my god, I cannot wait.
Yeah, so it is very cool that like we will be a part of that sort of early doors history. I do think that a funny story about the Drill Shed is that I haven't heard anybody else talk about it in terms of like a venue. But mind you, I guess I don't know who else would even be considering like to run their, not necessarily wrestling event, or maybe other wrestling people that we know were talking about. Oh, we've heard about this new venue, the Drill Shed. We're thinking about coming. For us to be like, no, please don't.
Yeah,
please don't come here.
It's ours.
But thankfully, we've gotten ahead of it, and it's our first time sort of having these like big boy conversations with please send us your floor plan. What do you mean floor plan? I don't know. People turn up and sit down. Like,
I'm in the email thread, but I'm just like, Oh, none of these things make any sense to me, Taz. Please help. Please do something.
Yeah, no, we're trying to work through it all, right? And they're like, oh, let me pass you on to this person who takes care of this department and this. Like,
What I don't understand about that is like, so we're starting a conversation with one person. They then say, oh, I'll just CC in this person so they're aware. And then they CC in another person. And then we get introduced to another person. Why are they not all in on it? Like from the beginning? Why do they not all have the big picture?
well, I don't know, because in the same sort of like thing, the amount of, or it's not even two, just like when the first person was like, here's all this information. By the way, I'm on annual leave for the next 2 weeks, so if you need anyone, just liaise with somebody else in the chain. And I was like, well, okay. No one else has ever responded, so I don't actually know if these people exist. And then equally, when they did pass it on to someone else that was dealing with something else, immediately got that like auto response, like, hey, I'm out of office until next Monday. Who's working here?
No, just opening up and they're all taking holiday still.
We haven't even got any of the like details down, and you've all just buggered off on your holly. So it's getting there. And to be honest, by the time you watch and or listen to this, you might have already sealed the deal. But obviously, it's a bigger venue, comes with more cost, more production. So unfortunately, fans, supporters, Lossy Posse, you will incur a bit of that premium price increase. But hopefully, you kind of expect that, right? It's going to be a premium event, therefore it's a premium price. What that is, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be crazy. We're like, what do we charge at the moment? £12 for an adult. It's not going to be like 30 quid for an adult, which I also don't think is unreasonable, but that is, that's just not what.
I don't even think we're going to be in line with the other events that are going to be there. We're still running relatively cheap, as cheap as we can, to make it work. Just don't want to be broke because of it.
No, exactly.
That's my goal for this.
Obviously, we want to fill this room, but equally, we want to be able to afford to pay for everything, which is like, I think, standard procedure for us, whether it's St. John's, whether it's All Saints, whether it's Drillshed. Like, we just, if we're in the green, or the black, I think, right? It's red is bad, black is good. There's no green. It's not red and green, it's black and red. But whatever, I didn't talk. Like, our focus is to put on the coolest show that we can, within reason, and have the most amount of people we can have in there. I was going to say within reason, but that's not true. The most amount of people we can have in there.
Let's unreasonably fill that room.
A reasonable amount of people in that room is what we're after. But it is cool. It is cool.
It is cool. It's kind of earlier than what we planned, right? Because initially we knew we wanted to run a bigger show. I feel like we've kind of jumped in the deep end in that the guys at the venue were like, you should just get in there. And we were like,
yeah, they did kind of like push us a bit where we went to go view it. I think both of us sort of had in our mind that like, we want to see this now so we can make plans to be here in 2027.
Exactly.
Or much later, and maybe it would have been the Halloween show, maybe the Christmas show would have been in there. But there was just so much like, and it's hard to know whether or not you're getting the hard sell from them because they are a business that needs business.
Yeah.
Right. So are they doing that to generate their own money? But equally, like, I think they were just as excited to have wrestling, potentially have wrestling. It's
another thing they can say that you probably do bands.
And it's definitely like an infectious energy going both ways. Where like, we really want to put the show on here. They really want us to put the show on. Our timeline was so much further away than theirs was. Like, their first pitch was like, so what are you guys thinking, like May? Both just like laughed in his face too.
Yeah, it was kind of a compromise because we booked all of our dates right for the year, and it just so happened that July show, the July date, was available, and so it felt right. It feels good. It's coming up to summer. It's going to be a summer atmosphere.
I feel like we learned last year that August is just not for us, so we've left that this year, and we're doing big July show. I mean, even bigger July show now, and then we're doing the anniversary in September, leaving August alone, just because of how much like of a pain selling Coastal Clash 2 was last year. So hoping that if we leave it till September, we're going to catch everybody on the way back.
Everyone's back.
Summer holidays.
One last hurrah before school.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll see. But again, it's a learning experience. We'll see how that goes, and equally like. The Rumble, from memory, was outside of the Trent Halloween show, right? It was our biggest. Yeah. It was our biggest like door. I was gonna say door to door. That's not the right terminology. It was our biggest pre-sale. Yes. Was the Rumble show. Yeah. So if we can take that same energy, all the same ideas, that same principle, just move it to like a venue that we're hoping will hold double, but has the capacity for triple.
Yeah. because I think the venue itself is kind of a selling point, right?
Yeah.
Like for people that don't know wrestling, like, we've got our 150 to 180 people that we can bring along, and I'm really hoping that the cell is the venue and they can get more people in as well.
Yeah, with any luck. Yeah. And then whatever we do on top of that, like, you know, like I spent today making graphics for people we already know we've got coming that
anyone exciting?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. I don't want to oversell it because it is exciting, and they've definitely never wrestled in Margate before since we started running. So it's actually that actually could be anybody.
Yeah.
There's such a small window of people that have wrestled for us but
there is a name that I'm very excited about anyway. So
and then equally, like, the sort of like local Margate people, like, do we reach out to Johnny from Northdown? Do we ask him to be in the Rumble again, like, give him another shot? Do we ask other sort of Margate-based famous people to jump in the Rumble? Can we? Does anyone have the phone number, the contact details for Rami Malek? Because they could be a big number 30 coming down the ramp.
Yeah.
But even all that logistical stuff that comes with the drill shed, though, like, I've seen in their marketing for other shows that in the background of like the band or the DJ, they've had this big like LED wall, which was not in there when we went to go and look.
Definitely not, no.
So I'm wondering, like, do we have to hire one? If we have to hire one, how much does that cost? Like, what does that cost?
If we have to ask in the email chain, we won't get a reply until after holidays.
Right.
Okay.
Just that I think would be so awesome to have, and then like I'd be so fine with making, you know, everybody little entrance videos that could play behind it, because I think that all of that stuff is so spectacular and special, and it'd be awesome for like our trainees to sort of have that sort of big
a lot of work for you with a Rumble. At least 30 people.
Loads of tag teams.
Yeah,
be lazy and you just get the tag team name rather than your own personal one. But like, not that it's because it's not a big deal for us for the promotion and for everybody involved. But like, we have wrestled in front of more than that many people.
Absolutely,
before.
yeah.
And not just like, oh, like I do this all the time.
How many people have you wrestled in front of?
I don't know what the biggest one for sure is. Where like, technically, wrestled at Wembley for the Progress Battle Royal, and I don't know what that was, like 5,000 people. And like Copperbox the year like recently, just before, I think that was like 3.5. I might have made that up. It might have been way less. I'm not sure. Actually, I
just run with it.
Right, we'll just say that. And then when I did the summer camps, like when I first got here, I wrestled at Prestatyn Ponton's holiday camp, 3,000 people. So like, and that was like one of my first matches I had here was at a restaurant in front of, you know, so I come from New Zealand where I'm wrestling in front of like 80, 90 people. The next day I'm wrestling in front of 2,000.
It's wicked here.
Like,
wow, this is what it's like.
Stuff like that, it is like, at least in perspective for me, that like I've seen what 500 people looks like, and it's not overwhelming. But the other side of the coin is all of our trainees who, like, their biggest show they've ever done is the biggest Colossus show every time, right? And respectfully, that is just the truth, right?
Yeah, and like, it's their early days for all of them.
Yeah.
And the opportunities are not what they were back then, where again I was like thrown in front of just massive audiences that I was not prepared for. But I'm glad they've come in this way, where they've had the opportunity to be shit in front of no one.
Yeah.
To then get good, and so now they get the 500 people. Please, 500 people.
Like, that's the hope, right? I feel like I would be happy with 300. I think I'd be really like impressed if we could get 300 people.
300 is my
But
goal.
like, the dream would that we can push it to 5. I don't know where we find all these extra people, because I'm sure we'll get to it in a bit, but you know, the flyering deal proved that like giving away stuff doesn't achieve anything. But whether or not we want to move on, like put a pin in drill shed and move on, or whether we still got like...
Yeah, I think that naturally leads to... We can come back to any drill. It's all I've been thinking about recently. I'm so excited.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm the same. This could end up being like an hour and a half just talking about like the concept of what the drill shed may or may not be, how excited we are, the people we want to use, the people we've already got confirmed, and sort of what it could spring, like, I say what it could springboard, but I don't really know. Does a successful drill shed lead to like more drill sheds, or should it stay a spectacle? You know, does it just like stay as like the annual drill shed, or do we have 4 drill sheds a year?
Annual for sure, but see how,
obviously 1 to 4 is like a humongous jump, but you know what I mean.
Do I remember him saying like, "How often do you want to do this?"
I think he asked how often do we run,
Oh,
and
okay.
then they were saying after the if this one goes well, maybe we can do another one later in the year. And I thought, well, maybe we could just do one next year.
Yeah. I think let's protect the the integrity of doing a huge show by having it an annual thing. It's the WrestleMania, isn't it?
Yeah, because the other thing, which I guess is the hope, is that if we get 500 people to come to the drill shed, then our next show is at St. John's, which cannot fit 500 people.
That's a very good point.
Do we then get to a point where the drill shed has to become the standard because we can't
Physically can't fit
yeah,
in
or
St. John's.
or is it just St. John's becomes such a hot ticket that you have to be one of the first 200-ish people to get one, and if you miss out, you miss out. We'll see you next time. Watch it on YouTube. Something.
I'll take either scenario.
Right. It's arguably win-win for us, but just all of these hypothetical, exciting things. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll absolute bomb, and we'll just get 150 in, and it'll be our normal show in a bigger space.
I think, Eli said it when we went there. He said it kind of doesn't matter, even if you just get the regular people that you would get, the 150. It's gonna look amazing. It's gonna feel amazing. He's right, but I do want to double that number.
I really, really desperately want that big show atmosphere, because again, when we filled out All Saints, when we filled out St. John's, it's always felt really cool because the room has been buzzing, and because it's been shoulder to shoulder, and everyone's cheering, booing, zero oaring, etc.
Yeah.
There is a vibe when you come to the show, and people are feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more boisterous to sort of say what they want to say. Most notably, I've heard now. So obviously the room hates David, and they all zero aura him. But there's some guy who does the response now, and he's like, "You're my hero," and I'm like, "That's lame."
I saw a poster
That
said
is lame.
hero aura.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You could like who you like, whatever. But that is not a clever.
But David,
it's not a clever response. Again, if you watch or listen to this, I'm so sorry, miscellaneous fan number 44. But I don't know. I understand you're playing the game and you're defending your guy who everybody hates, and for some reason the centerpiece David Francisco really resonates with you. But "You're my hero" doesn't even rhyme with zero aura. To be fair, I guess "Let's Go Cena sucks" also doesn't rhyme. But
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to rhyme, but
something about it is wrong, and it's not because I'm upset at all that David's getting a chant at all. But I'm sure he's watching this. He's gonna be I'm gonna remember. Shut up, grow up, David. But sorry, that was a massive tangent to say. What did we do? We said drill shed. We inconspicuously plugged famous wrestler that's coming.
Famous wrestler
that's coming. Yeah.
And we said that we want to double our audience. However, we couldn't even give away tickets this time, could we?
That is so funny.
It's not that we couldn't give away tickets, because actually we sold out the room again. But we made a flyer. Taz made a flyer. Was it bring this flyer and get 2 for 1 or something like that?
Basically, it was the equivalent of 2 for 1. Bring this flyer in, and if you buy a ticket, you get a free ticket.
Not we handed out a good 500 of those.
Yeah.
We did door to door.
It was mostly just it was a mixture of testing. Does anybody read the flyers? And number 2, would anybody take us up on that offer?
Yeah. So out of the 500 flyers we handed out, how many would you say came back to the show that day? Was it
after? Well, yeah, we checked the door, right, and then Grace was on the door.
So was it?
Yeah, it was zero.
Zero.
It was
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody wants free tickets. We tried.
Yeah, if anything, does it prove that flyers are a waste of time?
It's just
because if you aren't my thinking was that 95% of people are gonna look at it and just chuck it in the bin. Then there's gonna be a 5% chance that people are gonna read it and be like, "Oh yeah, I might go to that," and then see the date and be like, "Oh, I couldn't make it." So that would be the reason. Those would be the 2 reasons in my head people wouldn't come.
It just, I guess people are inundated with just so much crap through the letterbox that it's just one of the. Maybe it's just get rid of straight away. Maybe we have to. I was going to say maybe we have to put it in people's hands and explain this is the wrestling. It's going to be good. It's 2 for 1. But then I did that after the Fozzy show for the last show, and we got nothing come through from that. Spoke to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Everyone says, "Oh, we love wrestling," but I don't think it really translated to.
No.
So I don't know what the answer is with because I don't want to not do these things. I don't want to not post, or I don't want to not fly just on the off chance that we.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time though.
Not strike gold, but just all of these things that maybe in and of themselves aren't useful collaboratively, like we haven't done this in a while, but like boosting a post where it's the poster, so that's like doing a bit more spread online that is then coupled with the flyers, so it's just a constant like barrage wherever people go of like, oh, I saw that poster down Margate High Street. The Pro Wrestling Colossus poster team must have done that. Got this flyer through the door. I wasn't gonna go, but I'm actually free that day. And then like it keeps coming up on my Instagram stories when I'm just scrolling, sort of like all of this like just in the face.
Because it is noticed when we put stuff out. Like people always say, "Oh, I saw your poster here," or we always get tagged, or someone sent me a photo of the printed posters we did the other day outside of Rise and Bun. We put that poster outside of Rise and Bun, the printed one. Someone sent me a photo of that. Like people are aware, and people do see it. So yeah, just those constant reminders. Oh, I've seen it online. I've seen it here. I've seen it there. Maybe it then translates to.
Because I feel like it wouldn't be beneficial to because we'd probably just be giving away tickets to people who are already coming to the show. So like incentivize. Being like like if we got the poster team to do posters for this next show, if we were like, if you want 2 tickets, take a selfie of you in front of like the poster and post it online, and then however many people do that, and we pick one person. But like all the people that might jump on that are probably already coming to the show.
Yeah, defo.
So like, we're not selling it to new fans, which is I think what we've done well at doing in general. Well, I mean, again, it's the fan base we've built up now where it's come from basically scratch. Like, sure, there's like so many of the fans that maybe we sort of recognize their surnames when they buy the ticket because they were always like, they were coming to the Rumbles, the UKPWs, all the other Kent-based shows. They were already going and they go to all the shows, and that's awesome. Thank you so much. But predominantly, like, our crowd, I don't think go to any other wrestling shows, and I feel like we've said that a lot of times.
Yeah,
like, it's just there isn't a lot of crossover with people who come to our shows and who go to other shows because it's like a real Margate-based thing, and sort of the I don't know, like fandom is such like the wrong word, but like it is the thing people kind of committed to of like, this is the fun thing I do every 6 weeks with my mates, and then we still have our Saturday night to go do what we want.
Because I wonder if those people, because I know exactly who you're talking about. There's so many people in that room that don't look like they watch wrestling, don't really know anything about wrestling. Not that there's a certain look to someone that likes wrestling, but they clearly aren't wrestling fans, but they come regardless every time. I wonder if they have started watching wrestling now.
Yeah. Again, like we're in the Netflix era where it's like a button push away.
It's so accessible.
You don't have to go on to watchwrestling.illegal whatever Petra and like, or old school like LimeWire download.
Yeah, it's just right there.
Daily Motion, getting the crappy 340.
You know that episode of Breaking Bad where they get distracted by the fly in the room and they're just trying to kill the fly for the whole episode? I feel like this is what this episode's about to become. Just following us around, trying to get this bloody fly. Yeah. Just one bastard fly.
Because I guess because it's all just part of how we get to the next, or what went into putting the show together. But like, I feel like we always discuss what the best sort of course of action for the next show in terms of promotion is, because it keeps being so fluid and keeps changing, and we keep sort of spending less money here and spending more money here, and like not spending any money here, sort of thing, to just see what, not cut corners, but see where we can save money, because like we don't have much. But still find like the most efficient way to sort of tell everyone to come to the show.
Yeah, I do feel like online is just so powerful. The amount of people that see, I mean, we can find out how many people see that post, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a poster, we have no idea how many people see it before it gets rained off or whatever. Yeah, it's so powerful. It's crazy. Take my job off because I'm hot.
Very good.
Before the show, though, night before, we had no ring.
Our first return to no ring since January, since the Weekender. That was super cool. And I guess I can't remember if we spoke about it. Because no ring, like, canonically isn't really part of Colossus. It's just one thing that we tack onto the back with Sam, aka DD Turret, if you want to use his wrestling name.
You know the lore.
Yeah, if you're steeped in the Colossus lore, if that matters to you. So yeah, we've been running in collaboration with Sam these Punk Pizza and Power Driver shows since last summer. The next one will be July 3rd. At this point, we're returning to the spiritual home of Punk Pizza and Pile Drivers, which is the social. Is it 101 Social or Social 101?
I think the second one.
Right. So we're going back there. So it's the outdoor, proper backyard vibes show. But Sam said if we sell loads of tickets, we'll move back to Hoff's
Fine.
and upgrade.
The Hoft is more people.
I don't know.
Well, it must be.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it must be. I feel like the outdoor, like the garden, can probably physically fit way more people than Hoff's can, but he can't sell that many tickets because you can't like mobilize all those people indoors to watch the gig.
Yeah,
The
true.
gig space is so much smaller.
It's tiny, yeah. I really like the vibe of Hoff's. Like, that dungeon is wicked.
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
But then it's going to be so hot in the summer that that basement is going to suck. So maybe it's for the best.
It's probably not. We would have seen it. It's definitely. It doesn't have AC, does it? Like
It barely has. You know, it's just
running water.
yeah. It's just a couple of like walls, nothing on it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I really love the Hoff's like vibe.
It's a pain that, and I hope Sam doesn't mind us sort of outing him here, but like this one didn't sell as well as the January one, and nobody really knows. Well, kind of got an inkling because there was a lot of other like the Green Party MP was having his like what's it, like induction or celebration that he'd just been voted in. Scorcher, the like skate like fundraiser, was happening at Olby's that night as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of like unintentional like competition.
Yeah.
happening that night, but it's still awesome. Like didn't change the atmosphere at all. Like
No,
it's still
new face.
awesome.
There was a lot of people I recognised,
Yeah.
but a lot of new faces as well. That maybe that was just the new bands. But there's a lot.
Well, yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. If anything, it's a testament to like the bands Sam booked just don't have enough fans to to sell out a show. I guess similar to like us, is gonna, we recognize so many people at the No Ring thing that clearly like enjoy wrestling, but I've never seen them at our show.
Never seen them at our show. How do we make that work?
Yeah.
And is it because we run the night before that they don't come to our show?
Because I think there is at least one lady that we have converted now, where she has come.
Yes.
She came to No Ring. It was her first time ever coming to a head. Said she always wanted to, and then she did. And said she was going to come on February, but it's just one of those things that everybody always says, "Oh no, I'm gonna come," and then like they don't.
Yeah.
But she did, and then she was there this Friday, well last Friday actually. She was there last Friday, and then she was also at the OCTOBRAWL.
Yeah.
There's at least 1% of 100 people.
We'll take it. We just need that 2%.
Yeah, because they're clearly actually wrestling fans. Like there was that girl in January who came to this No Ring as well with her boyfriend, and she was wearing an RKO top, and it was like a modern, it was like a recent Randy Orton t-shirt. It wasn't like the Legend Killer.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Clearly a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
I've never seen her at Lossie.
Exactly. Never seen either of them.
Local too, I'm sure.
I guess. Because they clearly not. It's like they clearly weren't a fan of one of the bands from the last show, but were also a wrestling fan. So for cool marriage of things I like.
Yeah.
Because they come back. So
Yeah, and we're so into it. They were like right up front as well, and okay.
So like, what do we have to do, or is it just that people don't want to do things?
I'm just gonna have a word. What the fuck's going on?
Why-
guys?
tomorrow.
To the good show.
Yeah.
It's not saying that No Ring is not good.
That's crazy.
Oh, sorry, Sam.
Well, I mean, he's not in charge of the wrestling. He just asks us.
That's us. Oh shit, yeah.
So he literally just leaves that to us.
I'm so good to just saying come to the good show.
And then, I mean,
It's out.
that part of is later.
Yeah, fine.
But no. So No Ring, if you're not familiar, let me introduce you to the concept. It's 3 matches. We go punk band, wrestling match, punk band, wrestling match, punk band, wrestling match, end of night, see you later. So far, every match has always just had like silly stipulations. So I think Jordan has had a hair versus hair match. He's had a first to pin for 30 seconds, a cumulatively match.
The best work I've ever done. 3 stages of hell.
3 stages of hell, and then the one you did last time. Oh, the stipulation changes every minute.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one.
What have I done? I've done body slam challenge. I wrestled a blow up doll. I've done a silent match. So first one to make a noise loses. What did I do at the last one? Oh, 2 out of 3 clotheslines. That was a good one.
That was awesome.
And then most recently this Friday, my rematch with the blow up doll. Good times. Good times.
Such a good. Is that going on YouTube?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, no spoilers then.
And then the main event of Friday night was the Scottish street fight. So for the untrained eye, that is a no holds barred, anything goes, but every minute you have to do a shot. There was a triple threat match of Connor Mills, Lee Adams, and SJ Randall. Yeah, no spoilers. Watch it when it goes out on YouTube. If you were there, I know you loved it. If you weren't there, make sure you watch it. Tell your friends about it. No Ring 5, July 3rd. For the listeners, that was me winking, but that was the onomatopoeia of the week.
Let's go to show day. Show day. The next day.
Because that's the thing with No Ring, right? That we sort of have to prepare for show day on Thursday because you don't have a Friday.
That is the only gripe, yeah.
This is something we've absolutely said in previous podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind it because No Ring is so fun. It's worth it. And if you are sort of as regimented as we are, like we've like printed and laminated to-do lists now.
Yeah.
For the pure fact of the amount of people,
ignore.
for the pure fact of everyone who always asks, like, is there anything I can do? Just you can like.
Did you get that sweet moment of someone asking?
Didn't.
That?
Well, no, I did actually. Chris Hatch. And shout out Chris Hatch, MC for both nights. He did No Ring. He lives in like Orpington adjacent. He drove down, MC'd for No Ring, drove back home, and then Saturday he was meant to get the train, but we fell into some car troubles with sort of who was going with who. So we had to last minute ask Hatch to drive, and he is absolute ledge. Drove a carloads worth of people back and forth again. So 2 back-to-back days. Again, like, it's not really like that crazy of a thing to have done. Like in the wrestling bubble list, you know, people on the road every day.
Yeah.
But just a massive help.
Just to be able to run with it. He wanted to get the train so he could have a bit of fun, but then was like, okay, they need me to do this.
Just so willingly helpful.
Yeah.
And shout out Sarah as well. Like, I know neither of them are going to listen to this. Shout out the Hatches, like, so accommodating for our stuff. As far as I know, Sarah needed the car because she had it was Saturday. She had stuff she wanted to go and do. And like 11 p.m. the Hatch was messaging her to be like, are you okay to reorganize your life because TK and Jordan need our car?
He's the man.
Literally.
Yeah, he's so good. Like, I just trust him so much. Like, obviously he's been around for, I don't want to make it sound like I'm calling him old, but he's been around for so long in wrestling. Like,
they invented British wrestling.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been part of it.
So I see him in bloody, like, some of the really early videos. I'm like, oh my god, there's Hatch.
He's like one of those. He's like definitely one of those guys that, like, that's, you know, he's got like long hair or something. Like, got tattoos.
Just so familiar with wrestling, so a part of wrestling that every show is made better just by his involvement.
Yeah, like he was so sympathetic when I was apologizing. I was like, I'm so sorry.
He's seen it a million times, I'm sure.
I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, please don't go out of your way to, like, you just get the train. If you want to get the train, we'll figure stuff. I can message other people, I can ask other people. And he was like, don't worry. Me and Sarah, we've been in the wrestling biz for so long. Like, we know these sort of last minute things can happen. I'm happy to help.
We'll talk about that last minute thing in a sec. He just, he's just such a pro. Like, the moment the show started and the way he, like, set the atmosphere. Like, I really wanted Jack to be there to watch him. Jack's wicked, but Jack's, like, so new at it.
And he's not even like
He's
new.
not an MC.
He's not new in a way that, like, he's learning. It's literally just because we asked him to do it, and he was like, yeah, sure. Like, you know, we just found a guy who has a bit of charisma.
The guy just does drama, and I thought,
Yeah.
he probably is fine talking into a microphone.
And sort of pseudo trains at TPW as well, but, like, isn't really doing it to chase being a wrestler. He just does it because he's learning, like, combat, whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
And then how he can parlay that into what he actually wants to do. But as an MC, he's not, like, looking to pursue MC as sort of a side hustle.
I think with that context, he clearly rocks at it, but just the way Hatch just controls a room is.
There was only, I mean, it's one gripe, and it's so harmless and funny, but, like, at the end of the show, he was, and we'll see you right back here on May 23rd.
No.
It's like, wow, number one, it's not here. And don't forget the big announcement from the top of the show. We'll be at the drill shop, and it's not called that.
Oh, it's not his Hatch again then. That professional I was just talking about. I was not around at that point. Yeah, I did not know these things. And I don't have the footage, so I haven't seen it back.
Yeah, and it's so fine because it's just like those sorts of bits aren't going to be on the cut anyway, you know. on all of the on everywhere on socials, all of the graphic and stuff, it's not gonna say it's not gonna mistakenly say All Saints. So we're not gonna send anybody to the wrong venue. Nobody in like
only Hatch will turn up there.
Yeah, nobody in 6 weeks' time is gonna turn up at All Saints with their ticket. Be like, what? Yeah. Where is everybody?
That's so funny. Yeah, that little fly in the ointment that we hinted at. The reason Hatch had to drive everyone. Was it the car issue with Callum?
No.
Oh, why did he come?
No,
it was the other car.
I wasn't sure if you were sitting up there. So Matt Raven's car.
It was Matt
Raven's
Raven's
car. It doesn't
car.
exist anymore.
No, alright.
He at the last show had to borrow his partner's car to last minute bring everybody down.
Right.
And then didn't want to put her in that position again on Saturday.
Okay.
So
the funnier car story is that what's his name again?
Callum Beck. So there wasn't enough. I can't really think of who our normal drivers are, but like there wasn't enough London cars coming down. Well, I don't know if it's in the shot. Actually, I don't know. If you can read it, it says birthday. Above that, it says happy. It was mine and it was mine and Emily's birthday party at the house after the show. So we obviously got a bunch of deco. She's a big Hello Kitty fan.
She is.
Yeah, me not so much. Anyway, so Callum was already coming down for the B-Day, so I thought I would ask him, like, do you reckon you could just bring a bunch of people to the show? Because he said he was also going to come to the show, so just out of convenience, would that be cool? And sort of dangled the carrot of, like, if you do this, like, we'll probably put you on one of the next shows. By all accounts, he got like 3/4 of the way there, and then his car broke down.
Damn.
But he had literally, like, a couple nights before said that, like, his car was kind of buggered.
Oh.
But he just got it out the shop, so it'll be fine. Like, he just spent so much money, like, fixing it that it's fine. Because he was also supposed to drive me and Mills the next day to Cardiff for RevPro.
Right.
So that all fell away pretty immediately. But yeah, so him and a bunch of people got stranded down the M2.
So we sent a bunch of cars up the M2.
Yeah, a little rescue mission.
Yeah. How did Callum then get here?
He said he got towed to the services.
Right.
Then got an Uber from the services to, like, whatever the train station was.
Fine.
And then got the train.
Oh, fair play. Yeah. I was going to say if the chance at a booking, but to then have gotten here after all that. Yeah.
And he did get here, and then he got here for the main event. Was hanging out for the main show finished, and he was on the ring. So
fair play.
So I guess he's on the next show.
What a trainee.
So yeah, shout out Callum Beck. Shout out trainees who are drivers. I also wouldn't consider Callum necessarily a trainee. Well, you know, like, he's like regularly on shows, like, is getting himself
someone
out there.
Who is not regularly on shows, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, like I see his face on a bunch of graphics and stuff. He's regularly on bits and pieces, so he's doing his thing. But shout out to grafters like Callum. Kind of reminds me of Mambo back in the day. That was his sort of gig, driving Eddie Dennis. Or that's literally how Mambo like got. Famous is not the right word, but you know how he got
he
on
was
so
always
many shows.
He was always
because he was always driving Eddie Dennis to all of Eddie Dennis's bookings, and just like showing his face got that sort of like Eddie just being like, oh, what if you just he's driven all this way? What if you just put Mambo on the show? And they're like, all right. So like basically how Mambo got his in at a lot of places, and I feel I don't feel out of place to be telling that story. If anything, I feel like it's like a good anecdote for any drivers out there listening to this, that is that your most valuable tool to getting on more shows is just turning up. Even though, like, I would say probably 80% of the time you drive someone, you're not going to get on. Like, it's that 20% hope, right? Or that 20% chance that someone will throw you a bone, will make it worth it. And then if you get that one match and you do it well, then maybe next show you won't just be the driver, you'll also be the booked on the show driver.
Yeah.
But that's for me to leave with you wrestlers to do with that information what you will. From experience of being a promoter now over these last couple of years, nobody wants it that bad. So
no, not that bad.
Everybody wants the handouts. Everybody just wants to be a wrestler on the show. Everybody wants work on the show, which of course you do. But like nobody wants to prove they want to be a part of the culture. Everybody just wants the cool stuff.
That went in a different direction than I thought, because I was bringing it up because do you remember when you were doing the memes?
Yes.
I'm sure you put a meme of
Breaks down.
Car break. Yeah, trainee offers to drive, car breaks down.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a meme if it wasn't like, you know, it would be a cliche if it didn't happen all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah. fair play.
I will say about the memes though. I was just trying to get our money's worth out of the pictures we pay for with
that's
Matt.
such a good
Otherwise,
point.
they just fall into the void, or they're in this Facebook public album.
Facebook group, but like you say, you have paid for these things. You want to kind of get a return on them, and I thought I thought they were a good use doing the memes.
That is until I find one of like you doing some mangled face and
I know I'm an ugly like do your worst.
the face when you're so handsome.
It's just show wise, good show.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know about you. I didn't really get to catch much, if not any of the show, and I don't really know why. Because like I wasn't that busy. Because we did have Tristan doing most of the music, where like last couple of shows, it's been like I do like one half of the show that she's on, and then she does the other half where like I'm on it. But this one was like predominantly just for her. So I don't really know what I was doing. And I was in like 7th in the OCTOBRAWL, so like most of the content had been like created without me and like didn't need me.
It did feel like, obviously everyone knows because they clearly watched the last show. The last one was really hectic to get set up. You said before 3:59 we were just about ready, 4 o'clock we opened, whereas this time everything went so smooth.
So I don't even know if we were like that once we even at TPW like ring load is as smooth as it's ever going to be.
Yeah.
Weird procedure from them of like funny story. I feel like you can tell it because I want to have a drink.
So we start setting up the van, and I noticed last time that what we do is we load all the hard bits at the bottom and then pile everything on top, which kind of doesn't work when we need to then throw all the chairs in. So I had said, shall we leave one board out so that we can pile all the boards in, pile all the hard bits in, put all the soft bits in, and then put a board on top, and then everything else can go on top of that. And somebody's response was, well, yeah, that is what all the other places do.
That's what everybody else does.
That's what everyone else does. That's what literally that is the universal standard. Okay, so why are we doing it? And we still it. They still it's fine. Just that kind of sums up TP Dubs for me. Is we do know what the universal standard is, but we do just do our own thing anyway.
We just do it our own way, which is like the longest distance and the shortest like finish line.
It's quirky and charming, if anything. So yeah, that's the story that I wasn't going to tell, but I'm happy to bury anyone.
But reason I say that is again because like the getting the ring broken down and shoving it in the van and getting it to the venue is so kind of clockwork now that like it barely takes anything.
That part's easy. In fact, we're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, and then. So the van is there. We managed to go and get our extra bits and then meet the van at the venue. And then Ray even turns up. I guess like he's turning up at 1:45 to be ready to like hand over at 2.
Yeah,
but
pretty much just let us in, right?
Earned his respect from last time. Like it felt like he'd been burned by like a horrible ex, like he'd had a bad experience in the past.
It's the same with the van situation. Whenever we go and hire a van, no, you're not the wrestling people, are you? Because they've had horrible experiences with the wrestling people. And I think the same with the venue. Ray has had wrestling there before that isn't us, and was just expecting trouble.
I didn't know that. Okay, so then that, if anything, that like corroborates the story then, that he 100% last time was so like, don't touch this, don't move that, you're not allowed to do this, blah blah blah. And then when we saw him on Saturday, he was so like grateful. Yeah. And it was clearly like you guys are welcome to do whatever you want with the space. You treated it with respect last time. We loved how you left it. Like you totally, you ticked all of our boxes. Thank you so much. Please do that again.
Yeah. And I didn't want to take that for granted. So everyone, to be fair to him, worked really hard to then.
Exactly. I mean,
we were late, but we luckily again Ray just didn't turn up to let us out, which was nice.
Yeah. So like all of the horrible things you said about Ray last time,
I stand by it wholeheartedly. That man, and this time, because last time he was wearing a face mask, couldn't really see his face. This time I saw his face. Like, it is the face of the devil. I stand by everything I said.
Okay. So all of that to say, like, this time around, number one, we got in early, so we got things underway early, and sort of like, it was like me, you, Harry, and Ben, and then in amongst the sort of like early entry was also when Bo Bells had called Emily. Emily had called me and said that they'd broken down.
Yeah.
Like, you were damage controlling that. Meanwhile, we were just trying to early doors get stuff in, and as we're getting stuff in, more people are turning up because it's starting to get closer to the actual time we asked people to arrive for.
Yeah.
And then the room just again took on a life of its own.
Fell into place.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like
This time we actually, it's definitely one of those things that we actually had our we had our processes in place this time, as opposed to last time we had to spend so much time figuring out.
There was no way to know
do.
last time.
Well, we had plans last time, but then when Ray was like, "Psych,"
Yeah, got you. See the devil.
But then this time it was like, okay, we'll just do everything like we did last time. Yeah. Then the only other funny thing was how they built the ring. You were saying that why don't you build it from the wall outwards as opposed to in the direction of the wall? Because
there is a clear walkway down the side of the ring. That is where you have to walk down. You have to fit 3 loads of chairs or 2 loads of chairs and then a walkway. And for some reason they started making it on that side of the room and then working out what it could be on the other side of the room, whereas clearly if you just start on the other side of the room and work out, it will all fall into place. But I explained that for some reason and it then all worked out.
Again, it's just these funny little things. Use some initiative. It is fine because it gets fixed immediately, and a little part of me feels bad for airing this, but I know that they listen to this, so it's a good learning curve for them to
just use your brains, guys. Come on.
I can't baby. I can baby you in the ring. I can baby all of you in the ring, and we can walk through everything, and we can get you there, and we can make you look cool. But we need to get past the first step of building the actual apparatus that is made to make stars. Anyway, the room gets built so immediately, so quick. We actually got to have a meeting this time.
Yep.
Didn't get to have a team photo, mainly because I forgot. Just forgot.
Well, I forgot too.
Yeah.
That's on me.
So at least when we go back to St. John's, that'll be on the
return
on
of
the
the
list.
Yeah. We should definitely add that to the pre-show list, to-do list.
Get a picture.
Fuck.
It's just good for the memes, right? It's a shame that we went to All Saints twice and don't have a static because it's a different place. It would have been cool to have that memory. It is what it is. We've got loads of show pictures. Everyone's got life, people getting pictures backstage.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So, they're just one of those things. Once we get old and have to give all this up, it's fun to look back on all those photos.
Me, I'm never dying.
Fair enough. Or even still, you won't
Live forever.
You won't have any photos of those shows to look back on them. All the good times just disappear. Anyway, so it was, again, to circle back to Drill Shed, it was very cool to sort of drop that bomb.
So we announced Drill Shed at the beginning of the show, yeah.
Well, no, not even the beginning of the show, in the meeting.
Oh, in the meeting, yeah.
I feel like we've told them other things in the past, which I thought was going to get at least a clap, people going to acknowledge it, just to silent. I couldn't tell you the example, but I know from memory there's been and we're doing this thing, and everyone went,
cool.
All right.
People there's no reason for them to care as much as we care about our thing.
Yeah, but you're part of the thing.
Yeah, you're welcome. There was genuine excitement for Drill Shed.
Yeah, there was a bit of a G up.
The trainees have asked questions and number one, are we on it?
Well, I mean, again, I know you're listening, and I told you in the meeting there are 2 things that you have to do to get onto the Drill Shed. Number 1, and I'll tell you why number 1 is so important, because we don't get paid to take the trainings, right? It's a volunteer situation. It's a handout. It's at this point it's
for you.
It's for the love of the game, because if you actually want to be better, then we will help you. So number 1 is go to training. Number 2, don't piss me off. It's the easiest thing you do. Just don't irritate me, and you can be on the biggest, coolest show Margate will ever see. You can be a part of it.
So far, no one's on the show.
So currently, I'm coming in first. Jordan's coming in second, and there are 28 open slots. So
do you want the third one?
Maybe Mills as well. No, Mills is busy.
I'm gonna say not available.
Yeah. So the only reason Mills isn't in the Rumble is because he can't do the show. Everybody else, you're all starting at net zero, and you can earn your way onto the Rumble. And again, this is for the 10-15 normal people who listen to this and just have no concept of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're why are being such dicks to their trainees? Huge international debut.
Yeah, the annual American debut. Last year was Stephen Wolf. This year from Wisconsin, we had the hipster hunk. good friend of mine, close personal friend, in Arsenal.
Or in Arsenal.
So again, there might be some people that are hot that are like, why is this guy getting on the show? Oh wow, it's almost been 2 years since me and Mambo did our little American escapade, and like had never met Aaron before. It was fully just the promotion had G'd it up of like, this guy's gonna drive you. He's also on the show. This guy's gonna drive you. He's gonna put you up, and then you can go from there.
Oh, that's badass.
So literally just like a guy that for no reason was like, no, that's fine. They can stay with me. Yeah, they can like travel with me. No problem.
Just another example of do good things. Good things happen.
Literally just a person on the grind, understands what's going on, with no sort of incentive that
He didn't know 2 years later.
18 months time, he would be coming to the UK. And like, dude's never flown international. I think when me and Mambo were coming back, or like when we were leaving him, he didn't have a passport. He was like, I really love to come to the UK one day. Like, and I don't know if that's like an American thing that they don't have passports because America is so big.
You don't need a passport to fly.
Not domestic.
Domestic? Oh, well, I wouldn't know. I've never done it. But that makes sense.
Fair enough. But yeah, he had. The implication was he was going to come last year. It just didn't happen. And then I think around maybe Christmas time, he was like, hey man, I'm thinking of coming over. Like, speaking of Mambo, like when the ceasefire dates are. Ended up not picking a time when ceasefire was on. That's neither here nor there. But he told me like, he asked me, when are the Colossus dates? Here's all the information. He was like, sweet, I'll come in this period of time. And then he decided to fly on a flight that had him land 7 a.m. on the day of the show.
Yeah, that is wild. And did you know that his luggage didn't turn up as well?
No.
So he landed that morning. Managed to get, I don't know how he got down, who he got down with, or if it was on his own.
No, he came with Hatch.
Yeah,
I organised it for him.
Well done.
As he had told me. I land at 7. I'll probably go to the hotel and then I'll just make my own way down. And I was like, this is a guy that has like no concept. Like,
No.
Obviously, America is like a bajillion times bigger than the UK. So even for him to be so blasé at that point, to be like, oh, well, I'll just go to the hotel and then I'll make my own way down. And I was like, well, first of all, the show's at like 4 and you land at 7. So wherever your hotel is, like even if you have an airport hotel, you still need to get to King's Cross or Victoria, and you're a person who's never been overseas.
Not happening.
So like you don't even understand to like, I'm sure if I told you get the tube, like you might have been on the subway and you're like, I don't know, but like you still need to get to these 2 essential like train stations, like optional.
Yeah.
And then you have to get the train from there to where you're going. You don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do that. Like with respect.
Yeah,
like,
there's no reason for you to know.
So I said you had like the meeting is at I think Hatch wanted people at Petswood, and for 12 o'clock. So okay,
Doable.
so that I was like, there was a space in the car. If you can get to this meetup, you can be in this car, and it will save you. Like, I don't know what he like. I don't know if he's a full-time wrestler in the US. I don't know if he's like a like normal independent wrestler who's like full-time job and sometimes wrestler.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's like has a really rich man job on the in real life. So like money is no object to him. He was like, hey, I'll get every train. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
Or if it was
Also, probably doesn't understand how expensive our fucking trains are.
exactly right. So ended up jumping in with Hatch.
Good.
And again, like Hatch coming in clutch, because just if it hadn't been Hatch, then I don't know who would have sorted that. But and then his luggage.
So he was explaining that they just couldn't open the place where the luggage was
on the plane.
Yeah. So it got stuck there basically, along with everyone else's. And so he said to me that somebody is dropping off, like a courier that day is dropping off, and he gave them the church venue address.
I didn't know this.
And I was just like, I don't know what service that is where a courier drops it off same day, like from the airport to this address. And he was basically like, he can get it changed to a different address, whatever, if it doesn't turn up in time. I was just like, luckily he had the foresight to pack all of his gear, bar his boots, in the in his like carry-on. And I don't know what he did for boots, whether he borrowed someone's or like wore. No, I remember he had his Chuck Taylors. He had his Converse on, so he wore his Converse in the match. Yeah, and I just remember thinking, he was explaining to me, don't worry, couriers bring it here. I was like, no, they're not. They're not doing that.
I remember him now saying to me that like I'm going to be staying with Mambo from Tuesday. Hopefully, the courier drops my stuff off by then.
Yeah.
And I was like, I obviously I didn't know that backstory to understand the context of what's going on. But now you've said that.
Yeah, he got screwed. Like his bags and stuff.
The thing wouldn't open.
Apparently so. That's what he said. Well, that's what I'm remembering.
It's such a mix of like, it's good that it didn't open, so that you know that your stuff is safe, but then like,
Yeah.
and you know it's like not lost.
Because
it's on the plane.
Have you been there where your luggage has been lost?
No, never.
I went to Egypt once, and I was there for 2 weeks. And right, I hate Papa Roach. But my mum brought me a Papa Roach t-shirt. My mum brought me a Papa Roach t-shirt. So when she dropped me off at the airport, I was like, I'll wear the Papa Roach t-shirt to make her happy, right? So I wore the Papa Roach t-shirt. My entire luggage got lost, and wore Papa Roach t-shirt for 2 weeks.
Why didn't you just buy a different?
Well, I did, but I was in Papa Roach a lot.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funnier to think that you were only in the Papa Roach shirt. I'm with you. Yeah, ultimately crazy. Crazy travel day, crazy circumstances.
That man was tired.
I'm glad he had as good a time as he did.
And then, I don't know if you know this, he went back to the unit and put the ring up.
Sweetheart.
I remember seeing him thinking, you don't need to be doing this.
Yeah. It was only because his lift ended up being Alex Ace's with Matt Terry. So like he was stuck in like a TPW centric car. But like if it wasn't, then he was on the walking bus with Damon Moser and co from the venue. To mind you, wouldn't have had anything to carry because he didn't have any stuff. But equally, like what a hero. Like if he was like, hopefully I'll see you soon. Like whether it's on my side or back here. I was like, it'll probably be back here. I don't imagine I'll be coming to the States anytime soon.
Okay.
So it's basically all that to say, like I would happily put him on the show. Like and it's so like it's fair, but it's unfair. Where like, you know, like there were so many really good, like budding up and coming wrestlers that like deserve to be platformed and like are on our short list of like we would like to put them on Colossus at some point. But then there are just like people like Aaron that are just gonna jump the list regardless of like who they are, because I just have a bit more of an emotional attachment to them and I want to help them out. So shout out Aaron, and sorry everybody else, and fingers crossed Aaron will come back again for another tour and we'll just have like dates flying out. You know, like he'll be so busy, he'll be on loads of shows.
Yeah, cool dude. And
because again, I didn't realize, and I said this to you, I didn't realize how cliquey the scene actually is. Like I was aware I had like little bit of influence as it goes. I didn't realize my influence was that little. Like I reached out to so many places that I saw were running in the period he's going to be here, and everybody either ghosted me or said full up.
Yeah.
The only people who responded were the people I messaged, like I actually knew personally.
Yeah.
So, like if I messaged any of the promotion pages, being like, "Hey, my friend Aaron Arsenal is going to be here for your. I see you've got these shows on. Will you put them on?" Ghost.
Crazy, really.
Like, message personally, like whoever, and like immediately get a response like, sorry man, like no.
It does, like, obviously we are so fluid. Things change all the time. Things change on the day. It amazes me how rigid a lot of promotions are in that, like, oh, you've got this singles match. How about making it a triple threat?
Oh man, like there was a show the day after ours in Kent, and I had asked again. I people who know will know, so I want to be as ambiguous as I can because I don't want to throw too much shade, but equally I do want to because they deserve it. Where like I had asked, my friend Aaron is here, he's on our show, so I can already vouch for him that he's wicked. I know you're gonna come and watch him, so you will see that he's really good. Can you fit him on your show? And they were like, hey, the show's already booked. What do you, a singles match can just be a triple threat? Why are you being so like up your own ass about like how your show has to be? Because equally, nobody cares about your show. Just like maneuver around it and put a cool person on your show. Your show actually has someone cool attached to it.
Because what a spin of international talent coming in, like,
and we'll probably do it for cheap. You know, that isn't expecting like if you think he's like, again, not that he isn't a good wrestler, but like if you're thinking he's some sort of like Swerve Strange Strickland or MJF or Chris Hero, and he's gonna be asking for like hundreds, maybe thousands, no, he will absolutely work to like the industry average.
Yeah. What did you pay the last guy? Pay him that.
Yeah, exactly. Like so.
Well, like you tried, appreciated.
Just weirdly frustrating. Where just like these places that are perceivably on a lower platform just turn their nose up at
you.
at a mixture of me and the person I'm vouching for.
Yeah,
Who
unfortunate.
do you think you are?
Who the Right, that's it, a cause. A couple of upgrades on the last show. Got fancy new microphones
For the backstage promo.
for the backstage promos. It made all the difference, I reckon.
I did listen to them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very cool. I'm torn of whether people should like lapel mic or whether they should hold it.
So I offered the option. I said either stick it on you or hold it. Thing is, like, so I bought new ones. We had 2 mics. I've lost one. So I bought new ones. The old ones were like this, like fluffy, foam sort of thing. But they also had a fluffy one that I didn't like. Like it's too like distracting. So I got rid and just put the foam ones on. However, the new ones are just fluffy. They're really big and fluffy.
So you hate it, or
They're just very noticeable.
so it sounds like a thing that people should hold.
I think holding them is probably going to be better.
Right, also, there's also something about holding onto a teeny tiny microphone.
It's so lame.
Like-
Aura lost, I think.
Huh?
I think Aura lost.
I think it's great. I think it's just so like obviously this is sort of like what everybody's used to.
Yeah.
But there's something about holding a teeny tiny microphone that like I don't know. It's like it's funny, but it's not funny. Like it's hard to describe. I think because it's become so normalized with like TikTokers, Reelers, etc. Like that is what people do now. This is a dead medium, normal size.
Yeah,
normal
right.
size microphone is so dead. Now we only use the teeny tiny Bluetooth microphones.
The TikTok shop.
But yeah, so like it doesn't like so it isn't weird.
I think it sucks a little bit of aura. Yeah, I think it's I would rather wear it. Holding that little thing like this, talking into it, just feels so lame to me.
Yeah, I think if you're cutting like a really serious like WWE this Sunday, they'll see you in the steel cage.
Yeah.
Then like yeah, it does sort of lose a bit of its like oomph. But when it's what I think our platform is, where it's just supposed to be like a reflection of like, oh, I won, yes, or like, oh, I lost, damn. Like it's not like
They don't have any aura anyway.
it's supposed to be it's supposed to just be informal.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, like, well, you know what, Mean Gene. So like it's a different.
Let me tell you something, sucker.
It's a different energy
Mm.
with a different microphone. Where I 100% agree. If it was like Big Country Ben, like I'll see you at St. John's, you piece of crap. I'm gonna beat you up so bad. If you had like a little mustache microphone, then yeah, like for what it is, when people are just like, yeah, so I'm the man and I won my match and everyone sucks. Here's my little microphone. See you later. But yeah, I think it was fine.
Made all the difference for the undertow, I hope.
I think based on last time I think was a bit of a rush where I can't remember who we asked, but thank you so much, person who filmed them last time. There was just so much like external noise, especially on the Alex. I specifically remember on the Alex Aces one, I had to like do a bunch of effects on it to try and salvage his voice.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's such a directional mic, you can only hear the person speaking. Like I think. And you'll never know this, person watching this now, but when you watch the undertow, like either end of the promos, there's always some like faff chat of like, oh, is it on? Or like, you know, there's all these like extra bits that like,
Speaking of aura
you
losing.
wouldn't know in context of when you watch it, because you're like, I will cut it to make sure it looks cool.
Good investment, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. Really, really good. Thank you for that.
Speaking of investments, we've got ourselves a new beer. Did we talk about that last
We
time?
did. It was the Marvel post credits.
We asked for names, right?
Yeah,
And we found a good name.
we did. We landed on Crab Hammer.
The Crab Hammer.
The Kingler special move. I don't know. Do any other Pokemon use Crab Hammer?
Oh,
There's that purple crab.
the crabs. There's a wrestler crab. There's a wrestler crab as Pokemon. I can't remember its name though.
Because I think this is wrong. No, because I'm thinking of Croconaw, but that's Totodile.
So Totodile, Croconaw wears like the kind of
Fred Flintstone. Like,
the caveman. He could be perceived as a pro wrestler singlet.
no. Are you talking about Horlucha? That doesn't have. That's a bird.
No, there is a either a boxer or a wrestler crab. I'm sure of it. Don't know the name. They might do Crab Hammer though.
I'm out of touch. I'm out
Yeah.
of touch with Pokemon these days.
Yeah, I kind of drifted off of it after the first like 700 Pokemon. The last 300 I'm a bit lost on.
I think I might have made it to the first 3. I did Kanto and Johto. And then actually no, whatever region Ruby and Sapphire were based in, also that one.
Hoenn.
Yeah.
It was the Johto was my favorite, I reckon.
Like for the Pokemon or for the game?
I think both. When I broke my wrist, I like couldn't sleep.
Right.
So because obviously I was doing nothing all day, so I watched Pokemon all day, and then because I couldn't sleep, I'd watch Pokemon all night, and so I watched it all.
That's pretty cool. Because I think, I would say the Johto games are the best because they have both worlds baked into the content.
Yeah.
You can finish Johto, then you go back and you do, like, kind of as a surprise, you can go and do Kanto. There's a surprise on the surprise. You go to Mount Silver and you, like, face, like, Ash Red.
Red, yeah.
And he's got, like, the ultimate Pokemon. It's so hard to beat him. It's like, that was a fun, like...
What would you name your guy?
Just me. Just called Taz.
Call it Taz, yeah.
It's like, it's the same sort of, like, you know when people make themselves on, what's become 2K, what was
Build a wrestler, yeah.
Shut your mouth, etc., Smackdown 2, know your role. I think one of the people I created was just like not knowing that Bret Hart already existed, but I did call my first created wrestler the Hitman. But maybe it was like a sort of like a subconscious thing that I had heard the name, like wasn't aware of Bret Hart, because I remember he had like it was like long hair, mankind sort of like mask,
right?
And his finisher was like the roll up the body into the power bomb DDT, which like it's just, how could you ever like justify that as an offensive move? You stand there, I'm gonna like front flip up your body, put myself in a power bomb, and then DDT you. That's silly. But that's such a crazy tangent. Only to put a pin on this or ribbon on this is did you have a name? Did you ever create a wrestler, a core name, a CA dub name?
My Dino Dude.
Dino Dude.
That was me, Dino Dude. And then later on in life, I guess I just named them all Breaks.
That's it, just Breaks.
Yeah, just Breaks. All caps.
No, with the sort of like in your mind, it was Jordan Breaks, but it was like
No.
Christian, it was like Christian. It was just one word, just Breaks.
Yeah, it was just Breaks.
Right.
It was just all capital
Here he
Breaks.
comes, making his way to the ring from where he's from.
Breaks. Yeah, that was it.
But with the like it was a reference to
Jordan Breaks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when I say later on in life, because I was
last year.
Yeah, I was playing Pokemon like 3 years ago. I've been wrestling 10 years.
All that to say, yeah, we've got a brand new beer station IPA, Crab Hammer. I want to say very popular, but I don't know the stock list. Like,
to be confirmed.
Sure. Let's assume it was very popular.
Very popular. I saw people with it in hand.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
Again, I think the artwork is what sells it, right? Well, I think it's a mixture of, it's cool that we've got our own beer, but it's also cool because Girls and Guts does cool art.
She really does.
Yeah.
Because we've had the last one for ages.
Yeah.
Where we've been doing that a while now. This is like the fourth batch that we've done of it. This is the first new beer, so I saw a lot of it, and the old design is cool, but this is by far so much cooler in my opinion.
I think because this one's just so much busier.
Yeah.
You know, there's just like the
Battle.net.
The Hazy Kirana one just is sort of, there's a lot of dead space, and then there's one bit right in the middle where it's cool, where the art is.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's like a whole end-to-end sort of what are those like old school Mickey Mouse things where like, you know, you spin it on the carousel and then like it does the
it moves around,
thing, but it goes. Not necessarily that's what this is, but it gives that impression.
That'll be the next one.
That's
the stout.
Just because there's art all the way. I was honestly going to say, if we were going to do a third one, it's going to be a stout, right? Like, I'm not even much of a stout guy, but like, that's the progression.
Yeah, I think
those are the options that we offer.
Yeah. Are there many stout drinkers out there?
Huh?
Comment below.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you're a stout drinker. Let us know, and give us a name for the Colossus, the upcoming Colossus Stout that will be with you 2027.
Yeah, awesome job. I think they sold very well. I don't have the numbers, but
Fine.
Wicked can.
It's all good. That's the thing you're in charge of, and we'll find out when we find out. So,
I haven't had one yet though.
well, I know that I won't like it because I don't like, you know, I'm just not a fan.
You don't like the IPAs though, like the like fruitier ones, whereas this is like a session, so I think it's a little bit more lagery because it's weaker.
Only because when I used to work in a pub, we did have a session IPA. It was like £3.30 a pint. in a London pub, right? And it was like one of those things where, like, I don't know if the pub was sponsored, but for some reason it was super cheap, affiliated with it. So people would always come in after work and like bang a bunch of these because it was $3.30 a pint when everything else was like $5 something a pint, right? So it would always like get on my hands, or there'd be like a little bit in a glass, or like I'd pour, or like I would definitely, when I was bored, just pour myself a little bit of like the different drinks just to like see what they tasted like.
Nice.
And I just always thought like the session I thought session IPA, I thought just anything IPA, I just thought it was gross. Like it just did not, maybe there is one I like, but just I haven't found it.
Stick with your Grolsch, mate.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna stick with premium Pilsner beer. So
that's the one. We got stung last time by
carbs I need. Am I right? For the listeners, we're just both hitting double buys right now. Sorry, let me put my mic up to my muscles so you can hear.
What was I saying? We got stung last time by food not going so well because the kitchen is not a part of the room.
Yeah,
you kind of can't see where the dogs are. We sold a couple of dogs, but not enough to warrant doing them again.
Yeah.
So our genius.
What if we just do pizza?
Just do pizza. Just cook a whole load of pizzas and throw them out at half time. Hopefully they will go. Which is my plan. And I turned the oven on. Kind of match 2, I think it was, and the oven was broken.
Yeah, you remember at the top of this podcast when I told you that Ray said, "Psych."
Yeah, Ray coming after us again.
The ghost of Ray strikes again, where the oven just doesn't work.
Shoot didn't work. I was playing around with it for ages. Lights come on.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, can't do anything with that.
Nice to look inside.
So we went out that evening, and you ended up feeding me and Ben probably 10 pizzas.
You're saying you went out. No, everybody came around to mine because, again, as I previously mentioned,
the birthday thing.
It was the birthday bash after the show. Everybody came back around to ours, and I had 10 pizzas on the counter, and I turned that into 8 pizzas in the oven and 2 in my freezer because I don't have space for 10 pizzas. But just so it didn't go to waste, obviously, like, we spent what we spent on the pizzas, and it was like a net loss for
it is what it is.
Company net loss.
Hey, me and Ben appreciate that.
Like
thank you.
A belly net gain.
Yeah.
Belly's in the black, as you would refer to.
Just funny. Just that is why I look forward to our return to home. Yeah, St. John's.
Because the other thing, and I don't want to stick this on Charlie and Sash or Grace or Alana, is Simon, who's the hall at St. John's, was saying about like when they have the church shop, and he also does hot dogs. Well, not him personally, but they also sell hot dogs. And he was and like the main sell is like the smell of the onions, because everyone, as soon as they smell onions, they're like, oh yeah, let me get in on that. But like, I don't really want like Charlie and Sash and Grace and Alana to be like at the grill.
Yeah,
stuff.
we do onions though.
To be as simple for them as possible. Like, I don't want to ask too much of them because like they're already doing it as a favor. And I don't want to be like, can you just like like I say full chef. Obviously, grilling onions is not a full chef, but like. It's definitely it's asking more of them that like I don't think is necessary.
I understand though the onion smell.
Yeah,
like
that does. I mean, like that does
get you,
right?
Yeah.
That does. Like when you can smell grilled onions, even if you don't like onions, you're like, oh
yeah.
Like what's that? Like white person cooking starter kit. Or like there's that meme of like, oh, that smells good, like white person starter kit, and it's like salt, pepper, garlic, onions or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Credit to Charlie and Sash. I'd forgotten to message them this time to be like, hey, remember the show this weekend?
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, but they just had it in their diaries and turned up, and because I was like, I've left it too late to let them know. But then I had Grace there and I had Alana there. They're fine to kind of. Whereas they just turned up and were like, give us the things to do. They were totally on it.
Very cool.
Yeah, which I feel stupid not letting them know because they're invaluable.
I mean, as soon as we finish this, feel free to message them for May.
Yeah.
Get in the book early.
On it. Anything else on the show? I guess.
Only because we skipped ahead of most of the show where like, I think that like it's tough because I didn't get to see most of the show, as I said. I like don't know how Ben did with Ronnie. I assume well based on, but again, it's one of those like wrestling cliches of didn't see it. Sounded good though.
Sounded good. I hate that, man. Sounded good.
Okay, you don't care. Long story of telling me you don't care. That's fine. But the tag match, I was there for a little bit of it. I saw the besties get involved. I do think it went a little bit left of the way we had sort of envisioned their involvement, but the resolution of what we wanted, was like it hit all the
Perfect.
things. You know what I mean?
I think I've come to just expect things to go left of what we envision.
Yeah,
Just because you open it up to other people's
interpretation.
Yeah, and so letting go of that control, sometimes it does create something that you wouldn't expect is good, rarely. But
It's equally, again, like, we are not Progress, we're not Rev Pro, we're not one of these like high budget shows that is really reliant on story beats hitting, because you know we need that footage to create the next plot point of what's going on. So like it's important to a point that like you, the person we've asked to do the thing, nail the thing, because it'll make the show good if you do it right. But if you do your version of it, but you still get to the end point, it is still fine. It's just not the best way you could have done it, and I don't mind that.
no, even if they don't get to it, we end up saying, "Oh, we'll just do it this thing anyway." Like it's so easy to fix, right? But equally, just do what we tell you to do.
Yeah, please.
Stop using your brain. Stop with the initiative.
Don't do your version of what I've asked you to do. Do what I've asked you to do. But again, this was such a small thing where I think someone just went a different way around the ring, which like I didn't tell them to go around the ring, but like I could observe that like the best way to get from A to B was one direction, and they went the other way.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge thing at all. And again, when David and Chris won, everyone was gutted, which is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
And then I think things went a little bit awry with Pulley and Shah, right? But I think that can all, you know, they're so in a vacuum, and like not everything went alright. It was just like one particular thing went a bit of a mess, which like wasn't a beat that we'd asked for. It was the way they constructed the match. Something went wrong, or a little bit wrong, I'm not sure. And it was like Shah gave them the feedback. They Pulley will sort himself out from that. Of course, go back to the next one. Yeah. They'll do what they need to do at the next one, and hopefully and again, Pulley has the privilege is the wrong word, but like he has the space now where he is based in Gloucestershire, trains at New Wave, so like
he's about to get really fucking good.
Yeah, like he has definitely, not that he had eclipse, not that we had run out of things to teach him, but the fact that he now has the opportunity to learn under Boar is just a level up for him. So basically, he has the highest expectations of anybody because he now comes from such a higher standard of learning. Where, because we're in control of the besties, the Bens, the Zaki Centrics, the Chris's, etc. Right? So because we are in charge of them, we have like hands-on so much more.
He's always had high expectations of himself, though. Like,
well, I think that like most of the ones that we put the most pressure on are the ones that put the most pressure on themselves as well. So not that we baby everybody else, but like I think we are good at like addressing the like specific needs for the specific person.
Yes.
And like catering ourselves to each.
Let's get to the main event.
Well, yeah. So
we put pressure on the ones we believe put pressure on themselves.
Yeah, because like the hope is that the pressure the pressure we apply is different to like the internal pressure. You know, I feel like they are so much more like, I have to nail this. If I suck, then I'll quit, or like I'll throw myself off a bridge. But like it's obviously not that true. Yeah. But then you have people like Harry who have kind of been waiting in the wings for as long as they've been waiting. And to be fair, we did say in December, like Harry's been putting in a shift. Yeah. And to be fair, Harry hasn't come to every show, you know. So in the nicest way. Like when Harry has been there, he has done everything that's asked of him.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's been at every show, been like,
I think he's been like specifically unavailable for a bunch of the shows.
yeah, suspiciously unavailable. Can't imagine what that was about. But that it has always been in our minds to when like the time will be right to introduce Harry in the same way that the time was right for the besties.
Yeah.
Like when did they debut? In the Rumble, separately, they came together, and then since then they've been an item, right? In this like,
And since then, the capacity at which they've appeared has been like under our control, essentially.
and it's the same for Harry. The show has been running for 18 months now, and yes, we haven't put him on a show, but it's like, you have to think we only do shows with 5 matches, so there's only so many spaces, and as we add more of the TPW people into the fold, the spaces become less and less and less, because we're slowly respectfully, we're slowly chopping off more and more of the London pros, because either they don't fit the spot we need, or we're trying to make a space for more of the trainees to platform them, because ultimately that's like that is the grand purpose of the thing. But equally, even that is mutating. Really, it's not really the purpose of it anymore. It's becoming so much more of its own thing. Where like Colossus is something everybody wants to be a part of, and how do we facilitate that? Like, obviously, we can't put everybody on, but
it's such a struggle when you've only got 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah,
and you've got so many people being like, "Oh, do you want to book me?" Or, "Yeah, of course I want to book
I
you."
want to, but
But like, yeah, like there's a number of people that just get a tick instantly because they are our trainees.
Exactly.
They put pressure on themselves, and so they do deserve a spot.
And it's so much more of I don't really know what the phrase is, but like there's so much closer to us that like we see the progression in real time. So like if the spots were ever competitive, it'll be A or B. We're gonna go with B because B's. We've seen more growth.
Yeah.
We've seen more progression from B at training. There's been less instances where I've heard of B doing like things that are annoying or put the promotion in disrepute, or they have bad things to say on the sly that have gotten back to us, because they always
do.
But just that all of those factors play a part in the trainees getting booked, because we could so easily just do a show where we get a bunch of our friends to come and do a favor, and we all just and we just strictly do.
Don't need fucking trainees, do we?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we know enough people, we're affiliated with enough people that we could build a card if we wanted to, with just purely bring people down from London.
Yeah.
Like Mambo can fill a car of new wave trainees and get a ride. Like, there are so many people that we could just, if we really wanted to, we could follow the trend and just like build a trendy promotion. But what we want to do is that we don't need stars. We'll make them. We'll just make them ourselves. And we've done that with your Bens, with your Pulley Adamses, with your Alex Aces. Why has everyone got a pluralized surname?
The worst.
And more, right? And then we're starting to, and we're chipping away at like the next crop, where there's like the Zacks, the Besties, the now Harry,
Yeah.
right? So, but you just have to, like, it's so hard. It's so hard until you're in the position where I feel like Harry was in. It's so hard to, and I hate this phrase. I would rather not say it, but like to just, you have to just trust the process, because we do have your best interest in mind, but putting you on the show just because is not beneficial
to us or them. Like, there are reasons you are not on the show this time. Like, the OCTOBRAWL, for example, was just a perfect match to highlight certain people's best parts, and almost not to say there were limitations or negatives, but we were definitely able to control whether they were exposed or not. And it's that kind of thing that we were waiting for. But for Harry, for example, like, Harry rocked in the OCTOBRAWL.
Yeah, I even said to him, because he was so gracious, and like in the nicest way, of course he was, but like he was so grateful to be a part of it. He said the experience was amazing, and I told him like a lot of good, like, he got a lot of good feedback from Mills.
Mills was so complimentary.
Moser, where like two dudes who've like been in it for time, and they only had good things to say about you, dude. So. Like again, we haven't figured out what the May card is yet, but like whether or not Harry is on it, he's he is now higher in our mind to sort of like make an effort for.
Because he genuinely does proud. He like if the pros are walking away saying the kid was really good, then like that's what we want.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he's definitely up there.
To just like to humble him quickly, it wasn't like they were saying that he stole the show or anything.
No, he played his part.
But he nailed what was asked.
Yeah.
Brought good ideas to the table, remembered other people's ideas, and then I think even like saved Mills one time where Mills forgot the bot and Harry called it to him.
Yeah.
So stuff like that is like, okay, this dude actually has like something about him, so he is worth investing time into.
But that's just having the patience to trust that process.
But it's just
it was the right time for him.
Yeah, like I would understand from his perspective of like, oh, everybody else is getting on the show.
It's well frustrating.
Like, it must be a me thing, but it's not. It's us trying to slot you in to a position where we think it is free enough so you can do the things you want, but also controlled enough that we can make sure you look good.
Yeah.
But you can't say that to someone because it's so complicated.
It's so talking down to someone, isn't it? I can't think of the word. Condescending. Like. And it is shit, but like we've been in this for so long that we know how it works and we know how to protect someone, we know how to like frame someone, like that. Please just trust us.
My wonder is that there is a chance that people like Harry or the family of Harry have had bad experiences in the past in like other promotions where maybe people have said the same thing or similar, only to have that sort of like rug pulled.
Yes.
So when we say it, it's sort of like PTSDs them a little bit of like we've been here before,
already on the defensive.
It's not our fault and it's not their fault.
Yeah.
Because it's coming from a place of like genuine. I know it's not a word, but like genuineness from us.
Yeah.
But they're not seeing it like that because they've literally been in this experience before with other promotions where someone has promised them XYZ and they're not delivered. So I can understand why maybe that would be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Only to then have it play out like it played out on Saturday, and the sort of love is extreme, but sort of like the respect that was given, the grace that was given from Harry and Harry's family to us. Yeah, that was like, okay, sweet. Like, you understand that like this was always the plan.
It was a plan.
This was always the plan.
Yes.
And I know it didn't feel like it, but we had to get to this place. And now that we have, now you understand that it was worth it. Mm-hmm. And it's not a one and done. This is the genesis point. This is the jumping off point. But equally, we had to get here. Yeah. To then go where we're gonna go. Yeah. Where that is, I don't know. Like, we don't have storyline ideas for Harry.
No, but like he's definitely a part of it now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he wasn't a part of it then, but like he's like actively
like
good for Harry
as on-screen talent. On screen. Shut up.
Of course, Harry debuted in the very first ever OCTOBRAWL. A successful concept.
I think so, yeah.
Totally original.
It technically is totally original. The other one that people may or may not reference is the Progress Thunder Bastard, and that actually has like 2-minute intervals, whereas ours has random. Yeah. Therefore, original concept.
Suckers.
But yeah, no, very chuffed with him. SJ Randall, very good. Alex Aces, good moment. Like, again, people are getting really on side with like, won't he join the Franosphere?
The Franosphere, is that what we're calling it? I love it. That's fantastic. The finish to that match was wicked.
It's tough as well, where like, is it tough? Well, like, because it's so obvious that we are in charge. Mm-hmm. So whether or not people watch it and follow it,
you say that, but I mean, these people know we're in charge. Yeah. But like, people on the show, do they know we're in charge?
No,
probably not.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But like, what am I trying to say? Like, anytime you've had like a big platform match, like when you wrestled Roth, for instance, when you wrestled Trent, when you wrestled Shah, when you wrestled, well, I don't know, it was a bit maybe blurry when you wrestled me, but like, every time you've had like a big platform match, you always win. But there is like an argument to me, well, yeah, no, he's just in charge, so he just like decides he gets to win, sort of thing. And the same thing with the OCTOBRAWL, like, oh, cool, the boss won, but it didn't have. Yes, you're right, it didn't have that reaction when I won. Everyone was just chuffed. Everyone thought it was like, oh, cool, the that was a good match, and I'm glad that person won. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
But there was definitely a little bit of me when we planned this stuff that I'm like, oh god, everyone just thinks that like, oh, you're just like patting yourself on the back and like letting yourself win. But it was for the purpose of, which is again another fun thing that, like, you know, last show we had the band posters and we dropped that the night before the show, and it for some reason got like super engaged with. Everyone was like, whoa, this is so funny. And then this time, day before the show, the contract
Yes.
for May drops, and it has like the blurred signature and kind of alludes to a certain person in the caption. A couple of people I think figured it out.
Very few, I'd say.
I guess we'll see. And then, so basically that sort of storyline beat is the winner of the OCTOBRAWL has the chance to wrestle the person who signed the contract. And then, so it was me. I was like, no, it's cool. Like, Alex Aces, you would have beat me today if not for Dave Francisco and Chris Oak.
Classy.
Right, so I've given it to him, and now Alex Aces gets to wrestle the cool guy, which, like, in the storyline is a cool, exciting thread to follow.
Yeah.
But equally, as his trainers, is cool to
So
platform
excited.
him to wrestle him. Which again, I'm pretty confident that this will come out after the announcement. So by the time this is on the internet, you'll already know who he's wrestling. So it's almost worth just saying it.
Just say it, and because, hey, maybe it's an exclusive if we haven't put it out yet.
So if you don't know, and if you hadn't figured it out,
And if we haven't announced it.
right, if you haven't announced it, then you get to know it right now that Alex Aces on Saturday, May 23rd, back at St. John's, is going to wrestle the master of the half grab, Michael Oku.
What?
Which again, is another one of these announcements that does not land when it's only me and Jordan in the room. And to be fair, now it's Emily in the bedroom, but like, she's not going to make a big woo about it.
What a cool match, though.
So it's very exciting.
What a cool match. And his first singles match with Colossus, right?
No,
No?
Alex Aces had so many singles matches. He wrestled David, he's
Fuck
wrestled
me.
Connor Mills.
I mean, the OJMO.
Oh, so, yeah. He's only been in the Rumble.
Exactly. So his first singles match is his real debut.
Gotcha.
That's so exciting. So Alex Aces is wrestling Michael Oku.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I did not know that one bit.
That's the sort of organic stuff we have here on the pod, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, do you have anything else to? That's kind of an abrupt end, but like, do you have anything?
That's so abrupt. No, good luck, Alex Aces. You genuinely deserve it.
Actually, you know what? The last thing I will say is, so we kind of had influences fall in our lap. So we had Don't Miss Margate. Don't Miss Margate was like plugging their top 5 things to see in Margate in the month. OCTOBRAWL, one of them. Again, didn't pay. It's not a paid ad at all. This is just like people were clocking Colossus is on, and it's just nice to get that recognition. This account, Sophie, I think it's called Sophie and Kent, was just like this girl who I think is just her whole influencer vibe is telling people what's happening in Kent.
It pops up on my TikTok all the time.
I see. So she's been plugging the shows every time they're coming up. Being like, this is a thing. This is on the Saturday. So many things are on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the fact that she shouts us out is awesome. And literally the night before, maybe 2 nights before, community ad.
That is wild.
Message Colossus, and they were like, is there any chance we can get press passes? Press passes!
We're like, yeah.
So that they can come in, someone can come for free and shoot some content and put it on community ad, which like I think has like tens of thousands of followers.
So worth it.
It's just that like people are starting to find us now. Like I have tried quite a bit to like reach out to these like family influencers that live in Kent of like, oh, we have like a day out and we're a nuclear family, you know, we go to Thorpe Park, we go to Alton Towers, we come to Dreamland. Those are not the top 3, but you know what I mean? Like they do family outings in Kent, but just no acknowledgement. But that we've managed to fall into these subcategories now where we're at least big enough in Margate that your Sophie and Kent's, your community ads, your Don't Miss Margates are like, we should shout these guys out. Like,
And community ad came to us.
yeah.
That's wild.
Like, again, we didn't spend a penny. I didn't message them at all. And then as a weird sort of aside, one sort of quite prominent Margate business, I won't mention them by name unless you want me to, they messaged us kind of out the blue and were like, good luck, legends.
Saying good
Just,
luck.
like, bizarre. Like, that was so random.
I mean, I'm glad they're happy for us, but be public about it.
Yeah, like, put it on main, you know, say it with chest. Give us, like, collab with us. Give us some freebies. Because, you know, it's the same with, like, Santa Carla. Has been so good to us. Like, Pete's been awesome, where he He literally has our whole date run on a bit of an A4 right behind the door. Me and Emily were there the other day, and it was just coincidence that like as this other party were leaving, they were like, "Was that the thing you went to last time?" So like they was having like it drew people in to have a chat about it.
Nice.
They came to this one. I don't know. Did they? That's interesting.
They did.
Apparently they did. So all of that to say, like there are businesses like Santa Carla that are benefiting from us in terms of like we get the secret password. People do get to save 20%, but I assume it still makes it's a sale Santa
good
Carla
for
wasn't-
everyone.
Yeah, it's a sale Santa Carla wasn't going to make, right? And then equally, it's people that are coming to our shows. There's a big sort of like cycle of business being pumped through here. That, like if you're a business and you want to get involved with, you listen to this, or you know someone who runs a small business in Thanet and or Margate, you want to get them plugged, tell them to get in contact with us. And we've only got a ginormous show coming up in July, so I don't know. Otherwise, is there anything else you want to sort of let the people know before we get out of here?
Come to our show.
Come to our show.
Ciao.
Are you egging me for something?
Yeah, just leaving it open.
I think we're good. I think we've talked for. How long have we been going?
I don't know. I feel like it might be unintentionally the longest one we've ever
The longest one we've gone. Like, so usually we do these in the morning.
Yeah.
And so there are beers are respectful because beers and podcasts are usually before work. So you've got to be respectful. However, tonight and this evening, there is no work. There is only beers. Am I wasted? How could you tell?
For Jordan Breaks, I've been TK Cuba. This has been the Colossal Effort podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Emily off camera. No, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate your love, your support, or your constant help of growing the brand that is Pro Wrestling Colossus. We're trying our best. We love you loads. And more than anything,
For Margate, from Margate.
Seaside Wrestling.
This is the Pro Wrestling Colossus Colossal Effort podcast.